cannot believe that sex for grade is still a thing in Nigeria. It is crazy, it is embarrassing, it is shocking. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Jane and you're welcome to my space. Make sure to subscribe if you're not. I actually came across a post yesterday on the internet talking about a professor that was called out by the students of University of Calabar for sex for grades, and I was like, I didn't know this is still a thing in Nigeria. I thought we've gone past that era. Seems like it has been a reoccurring situation. If you guys don't understand what sex for grade is, let me school you. Sex for grade is a situation whereby you give up, or the students give into sex just to have grades, more like sorting, basically where the student sleeps with the lecturer in order to get good grades in their academics. This solely might not always be on the part of the professor alone. There are so many reasons why students opt for sex for grades. Imagine this professor that is being called out for this situation. It is embarrassing to his kids, to his family, even to his department at large, especially when maybe they hold you at high esteem, and imagine you being dragged down for such an act. I mean, it is shameful. The females are mostly the targets, to be honest. I don't think women, motherly nature would let them, succumb a child to such situation. I'm proud of them that they could speak up, especially when you live in a country like Nigeria where the concerned authorities sometimes might just ignore what is going on and not take it up, to the right authorities, or they might just keep pushing you all around and then let it go if the person is a high profile person. This type of news is always shocking and very messy. Some of these lecturers are known as demigods in their department. The randy ones target vulnerable students that they can intimidate into having sex with them for grades. Maybe you didn't do so well, you're struggling, to even pay your fees, and you know that you taking an extra year is going to cost you a lot. You end up going with the offer of sleeping with your lecturer for grades if your grades aren't so great. Some of these randy lecturers take advantage of their vulnerability. Sometimes if you refuse, they will give you an extra year, not even 1 year, maybe 2 extra years, or sometimes you might not even graduate at all. When it's time for you to graduate, you realize that some of your scores are missing, so many back and forth, and you will not even want to experience any of that because they will frustrate the hell out of you. Some of the causes of these things are actually the corrupt system in Nigeria. I feel like if there is a structure set up for that, some of this rubbish shouldn't be happening. Some lecturers that act as mini gods in their department get away with some of these things. There are some behaviors that cannot be tolerated or should not be tolerated in a school environment, but you see people tolerating it because abego, he's been here for a very long time, or this man has connection, or people who are trying to climb the ladder and get to higher position. Do you want to speak against him, and then your dreams of becoming a professional might not just manifest because that person will frustrate the hell out of you, except God willing he's taken out of that department or that university. That's the only time you can begin to shine. And that is why some concerned authorities will just look the other way rather than get involved or confronting and punishing the perpetrators. Another thing that causes some of this sex for grade, let's be honest, is laziness on the part of the students, because some students don't want to read, they don't want to put effort. Instead of them reading, they're out there doing fun activities, clubbing, traveling around the country, even outside the country. It happens, guys. And at the end of the day, you realize that your grades are not good because of the corruption in the university system in Nigeria. You see some students, the reason they are in school is to study, but they won't study. Instead, they are out there partying, living their best life, because they know at the end of the day, I can sort. At the end of the day, I can sleep with one lecturer or the other and get my grades. Something like sex for grades exists. So why do I have to kill myself? Especially a very sexually active student, do you expect him or her to say, oh, I want to start reading, I want to start killing myself? They'll be like, I'm sexually active, it's not sex. We've been doing it because these days nobody values sex. Sex is no longer a thing where you say it's exceptionally for married people anymore. People who are not married are doing it. So it's like, Is it not just sex? I can just do it. Like, what's the big deal? Lack of support for victims sometimes is also part of the issue, because sometimes when you speak up, people might stigmatize you. And thank God for the power of social media now, because once anything goes online, people that are concerned will take it up, and now things are easily sorted, just swept under the carpet. You know, people talk about it and start tweeting, it goes viral and gets to the right authorities. That is one good power that social media has now. You know, they get stigmatized for even daring to open up and speak about these perpetrators and all of that. One of the ways to handle sex for grades is to be firm and speak up when you can. Okay, speak up before the action takes place. And even if it has, and you feel like you want to talk about it, obviously stand firm. Make sure that you have evidence, guys. Make sure to have evidence of this, because if you come out and accuse somebody falsely, it's going to be a serious issue. Nowadays, they don't take defamation of character anyhow. It is now a very serious thing in the society. So before you come out and speak that someone had told you anything about sex for grades, make sure that you actually have evidence on the person. Hidden cameras, flee from the scene, disappear. Once somebody tells you that and you're not comfortable with it, and you know deep down, you know that this is wrong, they are pushing you to do something that you do not want to do, pick up your bags and disappear. Out to the concerned authorities, to a counselor, to all these NGOs that handle things, like speak to them. And lastly, study hard. Students these days do not want to put in effort to study anymore. It's not like back in the days where you want to kill yourself, like to get good grades. There should be a standard structure for this in universities, because it's crazy that it is still occurring in 2023. So that's it for this video. If you want to give it a thumbs up, just subscribe below and turn on your post notification bell so you get notified anytime I do post a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next one.